Hello everyone, welcome to a very special artist interview today. I'm Sniff, obviously, unsurprising, but more surprisingly, I have here with me today YummySinpie, the fantastic artist behind the big Royal Rivalry. You should have watched those videos. If you haven't, go watch them now. YummySinpie, would you like to introduce yourself?
Hey guys, it's YummySinpie here. Yes, the YummySinpie. I know you guys love me. And I'm so honored to be here to talk with Sniff, and we're gonna talk a lot fan arts, I guess. And I hope you guys can enjoy this video.
So yeah, we have a number of different topics to cover today. First off, I'd just like to say thank you so much for coming on. It is wonderful, and thank you so much for making the time to be here today. It's just awesome.
Yeah, definitely.
So we've got a number of different topics. Which topic or question would you like to start with? Seeing as we both had a number of different things we wanted to talk about.
How about let's start with about my art change and develop over time.
That is a good place to start. So you've been doing art for...
Oh, geez. I think it's about 3 years now.
So you've been doing it for about 3 years. So you're, compared to some old timers, I guess, there's some artists we cover who've been doing this for like more than 10 years, which is insane. I guess you started reasonably recently, but how has your art changed and developed in the time that you have been drawing it?
Oh, yeah. Speaking of the older artists who are in our community, oh, I really love all their works. Well, for me, my background is actually fine art, so I've been always drawing on paper with pencil.
Oh.
Yeah, switching to digital and character was like a big jump for me because the feeling is really different. Yeah, I had to did a lot of practice and just finally getting a bit better. And that's when I started creating the Royal Rivalry.
Was Royal Rivalry like what you started doing as once you moved to like you started your DeviantArt, and was that the first thing you started doing even before like doing like one-off pieces or anything?
I said not really. It was about like 2 or 3 months in after I started my Patreon.
Although still, starting a comic, like a whole long-running comic. I mean, what page are we up to now with Royal Rivalry? Like over 100? After like 2 or 3 months of like doing the art stuff, it's like reasonably ambitious, if I may say.
Yeah, we have 138 pages right now.
Oh my goodness. Oh man, it's been there's quite a decent number of pages, I must say.
Yeah, it was actually all started with my like doodle. I was like, oh, I just want to create this chubby princess, because I've been always liking like royal stuff, and then I just started to like try to design my own chubby princess, and then well, I gave her a name Yummy, and it was just all started over there.
Royal Rivalry, I feel, is I think there's a lot of things that make it stand out a little bit, because I think specifically what you're doing with like royalty, like romance, with like all that like court politics, like it's Pride and Prejudice meets like, I don't know, Game of Thrones. I always compare it to Game of Thrones. It does stand out a bit, because I don't think there's anything quite like that.
Yeah, I think it's pretty unique so far in our community. I actually started the story with just Yummy and the prince, and I think also the queen, because you need a evil character in there.
Right, yes, the
Um, yeah.
evil
So in
queen
the
like
beginning,
Snow White.
yeah. So in the beginning, it was actually just a very simple love story that involves weight gain, and then I don't know, my brain was just like open and like, oh no, what about we add more girls, more rebels for Yummy?
Well, I think that was a great idea because I don't know. I love. Is it Amelia is the main rival, right?
Yes,
And then it's Sophia, her sister, and then the new lady. Oh, I can't remember the new lady's name actually.
she's
The
Kate.
Kate, yes, and Nora obviously. Oh my god, I love them all except Kate.
Yeah, actually, like you said, Amelia is the main rival, and then Sophia's actually not really direct threat to Yami, but
Hmm.
Sophia's definitely helping her sister, who
Hmm.
also want to marry the prince. And definitely Nora is on Yami's side.
Yes. But then there's also the rivalry between Sophia and Amelia as well, because Sophia wants to marry the Duke, but the Duke kind of likes Amelia.
You're totally right.
There's like multiple rivalries.
Yes, definitely. So the it's like a it's like a love triangle. Is
Hmm.
Sophia likes the Duke, but the Duke likes Amelia.
And Amelia
And
likes the prince, and the prince likes Yummy, and Nora also likes Yummy. Maybe, sort of.
I think it's more on the good friend side.
Right, okay, I understand that.
Yeah, and also Nora is a very humble maid, and that's why she's like, because she got assigned to
Hmm.
Yummy to take care of her while she's in the prince palace,
Hmm.
uh, and she's like take on this duty, and she's definitely gonna be loyal to Yummy.
Hmm.
Is that kind relationship?
Right, right. I do like Nora a lot. She is a great. She's like such a team player for Yummy.
Oh, I was totally surprised. I guess at first I was surprised, but then deeper in the story, I'm like, well, no wonder why everyone likes Nora.
I was actually looking back at some of the earlier videos that we made, and like early on, I think I just kept calling her like the maid, and at this, looking back at them, I'm like, what the heck? Why are you calling her the maid? She's Nora, Yummy's best friend. What are you disrespecting her?
Yeah, that's funny. Cause yeah, like I said, in the beginning, she was just totally supposed to be a supporting character who's
Hmm.
helping Yami. Once cause I actually fell in love with Nora later, along with the
Hmm.
development of the story, and then I just sort of like putting more and more attention, and I just want to give her more interesting panels, and that definitely make her bold.
That is funny to hear that even it's like that even you as the creator can be like surprised by the characters that you grow to love yourself, even though you're making it.
Yeah, I really feel proud, that this character that I create is so cool and everyone's loving her.
That is awesome. That is awesome. Oh, we've sort of like bounced around a lot of different topics, but was there anything else you wanted to discuss about how your art has developed over time? I mean, one of the big ones, I guess, is the jump from Big Royal Rivalry being black and white, like grayscale comic, to full color.
Oh yeah, that was really a big jump. It was because once I hit my limit with producing Rivalry pages on my
Mm,
own, because I was also doing a lot pinups and
mm,
waking sequences,
mm.
so the workflow was really a lot. So
Yeah.
I just reached out to some colleagues to see if anyone wanted some side work, and
Ah.
yeah, that's how I formed my little Yummy studio.
Oh my gosh, that is so cool.
Yeah, it's been great. Cause I'll be able to create so much more content for our community, and more importantly, bring my Rivalry to color. I
Mm,
really, really enjoy the result of the colored pages. It's totally different than black and white, you know.
mm. I mean, yeah, I want to
It's
say Royal Rivalry, the art where it currently is phenomenal. I love it. I love the art quality so much.
oh, thank you. Yeah, because once your comic is in color, um, it's like you just bring your characters to life, and it's like everyone just has their temperature now, I feel.
True. I think it also really helped, like the fact that it is like a princess comic and everyone has these wears these bright, colorful outfits. Really, really works well as like you can bring that out in a color comic. Speaking of the colorful outfits, I love the outfits that you design for all the characters. Like Yummy's and Amelia's dress are so cute, and Sophia's outfit, and like no, they're all the outfits are so good.
Oh, thank you. I have to say I really spent a lot of time on their character designs because I read a lot real royal ladies costumes and
Ah,
taking some inspirations and to combine with the characters personality to design their costume and their hairstyles, everything. And I definitely had a lot of fun doing that because I just enjoy doing that. While I was designing the ladies, I was like, okay, I think the color should be different here, and all sorts of stuff.
which of their designs would you say is your personal favorite, just from a design perspective?
Oh, right now, if you ask me, I think I gotta say Nora and Kate because they're just so cool.
Mm.
Because when I created the other girls, I was really being like taking inspiration from the real royal designs. But when I was designing Kay and Nora, I just let my imagination go.
I can definitely see that because their designs are a lot more they feel a lot more, I don't know, anime than Amelia and Yummy, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, and after I finished the design for Kate, when I look at her colored um, character sheet, I was like, oh my god, she looks like someone from Genshin Impact.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so I was definitely been more.
Bold, experimental.
Yeah, definitely, and a little bit fantasy.
The other topic, and I am really curious about this actually. What or who inspired and influenced your art? Because you said there's a lot of artists in the community who've been doing it for a long time that you really love the work of, and so what artists really inspired and influenced your art?
Oh yes. I have to say that my mentor is Better with Soft.
Okay, all right, that makes sense. Learning from the best. That
right?
explains a few things.
Like the big girthy droids are just really cute and soft.
Oh
I just
yes.
love his works. And I'd say he definitely pushed me to be just to do better, like how professional he is. Yeah, so definitely better with Saw. And other artists who also influenced me are like Puba and of course Tay. Cape is definitely is the reason that I decided to make the Royal Reverie a long running comic. I
Right.
mean,
Okay.
yeah, I mean, who did read Breakfast with Sister in our community?
I know what you mean. Yeah. That was like the. I'm trying to think if there was like. It was like people did comics, but I feel like Kip Tay Tay started the insanely ambitious, hundreds of pages long story based comic thing.
Yeah,
Almost.
he's like the legendary of that.
Because a lot more people are doing like you the Belt Buster, the Pixie VO. A lot of more people are doing the long running story heavy comics, and I love to see that because I get unhealthily invested in these people's long running comics with characters that I'm invested in.
Yeah, I believe the artists and the viewers are both enjoying them because um for me creating the long running Road Reverie, I just really enjoy this whole process. All the background settings, the
Mm.
story setup, and all the characters' background story. It's just really fun. And well, I'm a viewer, my audience myself also, because I read all Kitty's comic and other artists. I just really enjoying reading long comics because I just feel there are a lot of story to read, and it's interesting to see all the characters' personality in there. And well, not to say it definitely made the weight gain better.
There's more context and emotional investment behind it, I suppose.
Well, I do like something like waking sequence also, like a skip
Mm.
time. But I also like the long one because you can like see the characters who are enjoying the process or the steady pace of gaining weight. It's just different. It's definitely different.
Going through it along with them step by step, I guess.
Yeah, and also, like characters like Sophia, she has been skinny for like 100 pages, and we just watch her how it happens on her, and now she is gaining weight.
Mm. Which I'm sure the viewers are glad to see because the I've seen DeviantArt commenters. Those people are insatiable when it comes to they're not happy until everyone is fat.
Yes, they're like, yes, finally, Sophia is gaining weight.
They are like that though. Oh my gosh. I suppose it's to be expected though.
Not that big a secret, but when it's finally here, everyone is just like clapping.
Yeah, another topic. Was the talking about the Royal Rivalry characters. One of my questions was, this may be hard, but which character of yours is your favorite?
Oh, it's hard because I love all of them. But like I said, it's probably gonna be Nora and Kate because they're just they're just so cool and
Hmm.
different. Oh, now I want to know who's your favorite character in Rivalry?
Oh, now that is that is also a very tricky question for me. But let me think. Uh, I am definitely love Nora. She is great. But I I think I'd have to pick Amelia. I think
Aww.
I think it's just the reason I think Amelia is my favorite is because obviously she's introduced as like the rival for Yummy. She's, you know, trying to backstab her and like, you know, beat her in the rivalry. But then you see someone, and so it's like introduced, it's like, oh, she's like this mean enemy of Yummy. But then you see her soft side so much, and it's just like this character that you know thought initially see as like the mean enemy of Yummy is like also just really sweet. And I think I've said this in the video, her interacting with the Duke brings out like that really soft side of her. Amelia's probably my favorite for that and other reasons.
I mean, she's definitely cute. Um, but it's funny. I just remember that earlier in the pages that Amelia was grabbing Yummy's belly, chubby belly, because they were I mean, she weren't that didn't gain that much weight yet. So Amelia was grabbing Yummy's belly and say disgusting.
She's, I mean, yeah, like I say, she's you know, softened a bit both physically and in her personality.
Yeah, she was definitely mean, and I mean, it's more like a you know those Royu show that we watch. She's definitely like a typical Royu lady. Has her pride to be pretty and
Mm,
elegant, you know. And so that's why I believe that she is definitely gonna like sort of like bully you if you're unladylike.
that makes sense. Yeah. The other character I do like a lot. Again, I love them all. They're so good. Is the Duke is like the best boy in the comic, the best dude in the comic. I think he's just super cool. The Duke, he's awesome.
Yeah, I like him. I like him too. Cause he's just such a sweet boy. He's definitely different than the prince, cause the Duke is he's supposed like not being on the battlefield or anything like that. He has been just always
Right.
staying in the kingdom and having decent education and such.
Hmm.
So it just required him to be a gentleman.
Right. I just think like one of the funniest scenes in the comic is the bit where Amelia eats his macaroons. I still love that bit.
Oh no, I laughed at my drawing tablet when I came up with the idea.
It's so good. He's just standing there like explaining about like how these macaroons are like I don't know worth more than gold, and then just she's like just eating them in front of them, and he's like, wait, what? Where'd they go? That was so
Yeah,
good.
because supposedly high level dessert in the kingdom is supposed to be pretty hard to get. And you know, that's why he's like so proud. Oh,
Mm.
my mother prepared this. Oh, it's so precious. And you know, and then after he's done, he realized that she already finished it.
Amelia sees food and she needs it, and maybe she doesn't appreciate the quality of them as much as she should.
I think she's just like, yeah, I don't care. I just like to eat that.
I don't know. I just enjoy like their interactions together a lot.
Yeah, I also feel the the panels about the Duke and Amelia together is just really cute and sweet.
Yeah, yeah.
But I just can't help myself to at the end to insert Sophia with her jealousy.
God, I still remember the friggin' like. I mean, it's even scarier because we know that Sophia uses magic, but I remember the frickin' I remember the after Amelia got rescued from the lake and like Sophia was about to like burn the world down.
Oh yeah, because she's the one in the family that can use magic.
Right. That does lead into my next question, which another topic, which was just about the magic and royal rivalry. It's a really cool element. I'm wondering like what the thought process originally was where you decided to put like Sophia's magic and the Duke's ice powers into royal rivalry, which otherwise is a reasonably like feels like okay, this could just be a real life historical sort of like kingdom, but then there's like it's got these fantasy elements, and I was wondering like what when you decided to add that elements into the story.
Yes, so there's definitely a deeper story at work. If you
Ah,
remember, back to the chapter with Sophia getting the magic spell scroll.
I do remember that.
Yeah, it was this drawn out secret lock and key moment. So, magic is supposed to be a bit taboo in the kingdom, along with the big girls, big girls in the royal rivalry verse, because royal ladies are supposed to be very skinny,
Mm.
so um, but the Duke's ice sword fell under a different category.
Oh,
It,
right.
yeah, it's more like a legendary item he has that goes alongside his authority as the Duke. And more general magic like Sophia's is actually banned within the kingdom. Yeah, and all of this is going to tie in more in the game with the queen, actually. And, well, the more deeper side of the story, I think we'll definitely have to find out when we play the game.
Goodness. Oh yes, the visual novel. Yes. The
Yeah, I was so um happy and excited when I decided that yes, I'm gonna do the Royal Reverie visual novel.
I am incredibly excited to see that once it is ready. That sounds like a awesome game.
Yeah, cause I just got like unsatisfied in the comic that I wasn't able to give more time for everyone's backstory.
Oh
So
right.
we're definitely gonna have a lot more in the visual novel. And of course the sprites change sizes as you gain weight because we
Mm-hmm.
are making a visual novel.
Of course, we can't forget that.
Yeah, but your different choices on each playthrough will impact the cast and yourself. And in other waiting games, there's a bad end, which is you gained too much weight. But over here in my game, a bad end you can run into is that you fail to gain weight and the prince
Right.
doesn't choose you. I
Uh,
feel that's just truly horrible.
yeah, I mean, for our community, that is the worst ending, possible ending.
Right? When I was decided what kind of bad end you can get, when you play the game, it's like, oh, I think the worst one is you failed to gain weight.
I know it is like a peeve of some people where people make like weight gain games and you lose when you gain weight and the winning is not gaining weight, and it seems counterintuitive that the losing would be the
Right? Yeah, and on the other hand, in my visual novel, there's two very different routes to follow. So, it's either the gainer or a feeder route.
ah, right.
Yeah, and that was very different from the comic story.
Hmm.
You know, um, you have to see that in game.
Yes, yes. So do you play as Yummy in the visual novel, or is there a selection of characters you can play as?
Yes, so for the first release, you can only play as Yummy actually,
Mm-hmm.
because I was planning to work on the Yummy line first, and then work on Amelia route.
Hmm.
So then later, you can choose to play as either Yummy or Amelia. Yeah, because they're supposed to be in different side, so
Yes,
the story
yes.
is gonna be a little bit different.
Hmm.
And yeah, I'm just really happy that there's gonna be a lot more background story for the characters and expanding on the kingdom itself.
Because yeah, it really
Yeah,
sounds
so
there's a lot of lore going on that we like sort of see in the comic, but like a lot deeper than I thought it went.
oh yeah, it's gonna be a lot deeper than the comic because,
Hmm.
well, I hate to say that, but if you start to digging into the story in your comic,
Mm-hmm.
you start to getting sort of mean comments. For example, the lake scene. I don't know. I really enjoyed it when I was
Hmm.
writing and creating it, but I just feel guilty about getting into the character's story.
Hmm.
I think there was many panels about the Duke's magic. I
Hmm.
feel it was really pretty necessary because he can use the magic, and magic will be a pretty important
Hmm.
thing in my comics. So yeah, so that's why I did that. But the backlash was massive.
Goodness. Okay.
Yeah, I still have a hugely upvoted mean comment on Yintai about it. Uh, well, I see it every time I go to upload the next page of Rivalry, it's something about the lake scene is dragging on too long. So they say that, oh, everyone should just draw and die. The end.
Oh, okay. That is awful. What?
Yeah, I was like, oh, that's interesting. I thought everyone was enjoying the Duke's magic and the
I
ladies are being saved.
I thought the lake scene was great. There was so much happening there.
Yeah, because we were doing indoor a lot, in the castle and such. So I was like, Oh, is the outing season. The ladies and the gentlemen should have meet up outside in the park, you know. Well, but anyway, that can't stop me. Cause to me, negative comments can only push me to work harder, you know, and make my comic and game even better.
That is great that you take them that way. That is great that you could use that to go further with your comic like that.
Yeah, because in a comic, if you want your characters to be bold and to have a lot of personality, to be interesting, so that people can like them, right?
I've having read a lot of very long comics. I've gotten this. I have seen it where there is this like two groups of people. The one who do like getting really invested in like the characters and the story and everything, like me. All of the different comics I read, like I say, it's a little unhealthy how obsessed I am with these with weight gain comic characters. But I mean, it is my job, I guess. And appreciate all the drama and character development and everything. And then there's the people who are just more here for more weight gain content, and when that's not happening, they're like, well, why am I even around here?
What's it all mean? What's the point?
Yeah.
Yeah. To you and anyone else doing like a character development or story heavy comic, I love them. I think there's a lot of people who do really like getting invested in them, so keep doing that.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, because I can't make everyone happy, and so
Yeah. But while we're talking about the visual novel, you also wanted to mention the other exclusive comics like The Tavern and Super Picnic. And I'm trying to remember if there's another like exclusive comic that you have.
there's a bit shorter one called Chubby Life, and I'm having 16 pages long. That's coming soon. It's called Growth Opportunity.
Goodness, that's a lot of stuff then.
Well, I love creating comics. It's just such a fun medium, you know? And I definitely enjoy the process of creating different comics because I get to I get to create my own characters and make them very vivid, you know. For those exclusive comics, I really like the Tavern. The Tavern is fantasy. It's more anime isekai sort of setting.
Oh yes, no, I know what you're talking about.
I was definitely exploring a lot different genre, you know, and a style. And also, I feel super grateful that I'm able to work with my supporters for comics now.
Oh
Like the Super
right.
Picnic. The Super Picnic is 12 pages. And also, I'm working on this big new comic project for Sailor Moon.
Oh
Yeah,
right.
that's going to be even longer. Yeah, because right now I'm working on the scripts.
So you say you what does that mean where you work with your supporters on the comics?
Oh yeah, so like the Super Picnic was actually a comic commission I got.
Oh really? Okay.
So I was first wanting to get some commissions so that I can have some funds to keep working on the Royal Reverie visual novel. Because we all know, creating a visual novel is really a lot.
Yeah.
So I was like, I was like a little bit short on money. So I was like, oh, I can use some commission help, and this big supporter are really nice. He's really nice and commissioned me the Super Picnic, which is really fun.
That is really cool, actually. I having seen a couple of the Super Picnic pages up on DeviantArt, it looks really good, I must say.
Thank you. It's actually, I think it's my first time to turn into Western comic style characters into more like Japanese anime style. Like the shorter one, Chubby Life is Japanese high school girl called Chubby with her senpai, who's called Sassy.
I love your character
I
names.
I I did give them funny and cute names. So they are actually characters that I created from beginning also. I think was almost the same time with Yummy, because I would say, okay, so Yummy is like this royal lady, but I also really like, Japanese high school girl setup a lot. So that's when I created Chubby and Sassy.
I get that wanting to be able to make work in all of your favorite genres and settings.
Every story just so different. Like the one that's gonna come out soon, Growth Opportunity, is about office ladies. Um,
Oh, okay, that sounds
yes.
exciting.
So I was like trying all different genre and topic, like high school, fantasy, and office lady now. Well, they have the same similarity is that they're all gonna gain weight and they're cute and soft.
That's I'm sure everyone is on board after hearing that. And a Sailor Moon project. That sounds cool.
I like Sailor Moon. And yeah, it's right after I finished the Super Picnic that supporters like I really love every pages and hey, are you ready to do another big project? I'm like, "Oh, oh yeah, I am ready."
Well, that is just awesome. Wow, what a guy. I think we all wish we had a supporter like that.
Yeah, I'm really grateful, and because I'm first thankful that they're like supporting me, and also I really enjoy the fun of creating those comics. So it's pretty easy. I have my commission sheet on my social media. Definitely DeviantArt. It has, I wrote there how you can commission me comics.
You go, anyone who is watching who wants to get your own comic commission from YummySinpie, there'll be a link to her social medias in the description so you can, if you want to get your own commission.
Yes, don't be shy.
Sailor Moon is like perfect for your style. I think like that like fits so well like the kind of ladies and like outfits that you draw.
Right? They're already cute. They're already cute. And while I was working on the script, I was just already imagining the chubby version, and then later, the bigger size with their costume. Oh, it's gonna be great.
Oh yeah, that sounds really good. So yeah, the last topic I had on my list, and this is more of a joke because I always say this in the videos, is Royal Rivalry like Game of Thrones. How do you feel about the comparisons there?
I really feel honored to be even mentioned along with Game of Thrones. Well, I think it's more than you would think.
Well, the more you talk
Um,
about like how the magic plays into everything, and sounds more and more like actually maybe I'm onto something.
I think I would summarize Rivalry as the drama of Game of Thrones meets the royalty of Bridgerton. But with fat girls and magic to spice things up. So it's really like everything.
Because today, I was actually thinking about it, and I was like, oh, maybe it's more accurate to say it's like the weight gain Pride and Prejudice, but now I was thinking it's like, no, because Pride and Prejudice doesn't have royal politics and magic and all of this stuff, so it really, I'd say it's actually more like Game of Thrones.
I do like your comparison.
Oh, that's good. That's good to know. That's good to know.
Have you ever watched the show Bridgerton?
Bridgerton, no, I have not.
I think it's probably definitely not as big as Game of Thrones, but it's just a fun romantic royal background show.
Right.
It's very British. I really took a lot of inspiration from it, definitely.
Ah, okay.
It definitely has a lot romance, drama, yes. Yeah, it's really fun. And I definitely learned some British like culture thing.
Ah, right. Because yeah, I grew up on a lot of British shows, so the British element should fit right in with me.
Oh. Yeah, I think I did watch some British show, but probably not that much, but I definitely enjoyed them because the British style is just very different from the other Western shows.
Is it sort of like the same fan base as people watch Downtown Abbey, or maybe a little more of a younger person thing? Because I don't know.
I think it definitely has similar viewer base and probably a little bit younger. And yeah, and it's also based on a novel.
I'm gonna have to watch Bridgerton now, the show that
Uh,
inspired Big Royal Rivalry.
I think you will like it.
I mean, yeah, I do enjoy some like romance drama shows, I must admit. We've jumped around a lot around here, so if there's any specifics or subjects you'd like to touch on again, absolutely go ahead.
I wanted to ask you,
Hmm.
what are your favorite comics?
Favorite comics. Now, my favorite comics tend to be the long-running ones that I get really invested in the characters in. So, off the top, I have to mention No Lunch Break. No Lunch Break is kind of the reason our channel exists. It's like the first big comic we read, and it will always hold a special place in my heart. And I just love Sydney because she's a little bit of a disaster of a human, and I kind of relate to that. Kip Tay-Tay's other comics, One Serving Choice, I've been loving so far. I'm so invested in that. Oh my gosh. Belt Busters Domino Effect has been fantastic. That's definitely another one that I'm really, really enjoying right now. All of the Betterwood Salt comics that he's been doing recently are phenomenal.
Oh, I know.
Couple stuff just recently finished. That is some excellent work there. Oh boy.
Oh, yes. Whenever I look at his work, I'm just like, when can I be as good as he is?
Oh, one that isn't so big actually that I have been really enjoying is Fat Chance by Cool Vicky, which is, if you haven't read it, they're a little bit of a smaller artist, but it's like about this like lady who works at like a really cheap fast food place, and it's just got a really fun style and funny characters and like character. It's just got a lot of like personality to it. It looks sort of like a old style like Nickelodeon like wacky comedy show. It's sort of got that vibe to it. I really been enjoying that one.
Oh, it sounds interesting already. I haven't read it. I gotta go look them up and follow them to see it.
Log Mew, another one of the long running comics that we've been covering. That's been, oh goodness, I had to think how long that's been, how many years that's been running for. Mew's ongoing journey. I've always just been a huge fan of Pixivio's work, and so a comic by him has been really cool. And I also like doing the voice I do for Mew. Is probably another reason I like that one.
Yeah, the girls they draw is just so cute, and the color they use is just so like healing-ish. The tone, the color. Oh, I also like Kip Tate's Phone Nanny.
Oh my gosh, I forgot about that one. That one is
It's a little bit short, but well, it's a little bit shorter compared to his other works.
it's under
But
100 pages.
yeah, but it's still I really like that one.
That one, I do know a lot of people really, really like Full Nanny. The characters are like are really great, and it's a little more of a compact story than his other ones, while still having like some really nice character moments and character development there. Yeah, that one is very good.
Yeah, I just really like the chemical reaction between them.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
And also the little disaster the younger sister creates.
Other thing I like with Full Night Nanny, I'm still is the and this is something I want to make a like game theory video on. Uh, is Cindy just a normal nanny, or is she in fact a like succubus demon? Like it's
Right.
weirdly hinted
I
at.
I love that ending. I have read it for I don't remember at least twice or three times, and every time I'm at the end, I'm just like, oh, I really wish he can just make a sequel.
I
I want to know.
know,
We want to
yeah.
know.
Other also kind of weird for a Kip Tay comic. The main character's a dude. What's with that? And he's like not a jerk.
Maybe he wanted to try something different too.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, and I have another question for
Hmm.
you. I really like to ask and read people's suggestions for me because I feel that can really help me to improve myself.
Hmm.
So I want to ask you, do you have any suggestion for me to help improve myself?
I'm gonna have to think about that one.
Just be honest.
I'm not great at this because when I like really get into something, enjoy something, I just like enjoy it, and any criticisms just kind of like I just kind of like gloss over them because I'm having too much fun with it. But let me think. There's one little thing that does come to mind compared to the all of the ladies' outfits. The main guys' outfits are a little plain, and I understand that comes down to male fashion just being a lot more boring, but the Duke's design is pretty good. But yeah, the Duke and the Prince's like designs compared to like the ladies in the comic are just sort of like less vivid and exciting.
I think I agree with you. It must come down to men outfits are definitely a little bit simpler than what you can do with the ladies outfit. I created the Duke and the Prince outfit definitely early on. And that's when I was a little bit like more traditional and not much fantasy. And so their outfit is definitely pretty also pretty realistic, and I actually did feel a bit plain, and then I just add jacket for both of them, and with those like golden pattern to try to
Mm.
brighten it up. I think I definitely created the prince first, and
Mm.
then when I was designing the Duke, I was like, oh, I really love long hair, gentleman.
Mm.
So I definitely have to give the Duke a bit longer hair.
Besides what I said, I do like the Duke's design. He looks great.
Oh my god, it's funny because I think the same too. uh, which is well, I think is definitely shouldn't, because the prince will be yelling in the background. I thought I'm the main character.
Oh man. Oh, upscaled by the friggin' Duke, man. In the comic where he's supposed to be the main love interest. Damn, man.
Right?
uh,
I feel bad for the prince.
oh no.
I don't know. I already made everyone surprised, but I think I may have to do something to see what I can do to make the gentleman's design maybe a little bit fancier. Well, actually, the prince was supposed to carrying his sword with him all the time. Well, when he reappeared in the comic, we're definitely gonna see that. But
Mm.
I think for the game, he may not
Mm.
carry his sword everywhere, because just for the character display in the visual
Mm.
novel.
Oh, now anything else I would say? The one thing I would say is this is absolutely just me personally, but I would love to see more of Yummy's mother appearing.
Oh my god. Actually, a lot of my fans been saying the same thing.
Yeah, I'm definitely in that group of like, I wonder if Yummy's mother will also be part of the weight gain. Just if the story goes that way. Not that I'd have any. You know.
Well, I'll say. Wait. Should I not say it? Is it supposed to
if
be a
it
secret?
if it's a secret spoiler, don't worry about it. I'm excited. I like to be find out the surprises along the way. But that's not even like a complaint with the comic or anything. That's just literally like, oh, I personally think that would be pretty cool to see.
Yeah, cause they're like, oh my god, I like Yami's mother. We need to see her more.
I'm glad I'm not alone in that.
Yeah, it's just so fun to see people who read my comic and like, oh my god, I love her. Oh my god, I love him. And I love what happened here. It's just so satisfying, and feel that my work has been upgrade and liked. I'm really grateful that I can sort of build my career on
Mm,
something that I enjoy to do,
that is
and
awesome.
I yeah.
The other thing I was thinking of earlier, as far as like a scenario to cover or like suggestions I'd have for the comic is because I was thinking about the boat scene and how the boat scene, because it's like sort of it's like a princess comic, and the boat scene really made me think of like, oh my gosh, this is like the Royal Rivalry version of that scene, the scene from Little Mermaid, where they're in the boat, except that doesn't end with a friggin' them almost drowning, obviously, but felt like it reminded me of that scene from The Little Mermaid, and I was thinking of like, what other like sort of like fairy princess in story scenes you could have, like Cinderella scene, like sort of like subplot where it's like they have to leave by the end of the night before, like, I don't know, they become too large for their clothes or something instead of a shoe. That was the other ideas that were randomly just came to my head.
That's definitely a really good idea. Like, like maybe Yummy can't stay in the castle past 12. If she does, then she may turn back to her starting weight, something like that.
Oh my gosh, that is frightening.
Oh my god, that's such a good idea.
I mean, we're already setting up the queen to be like a Snow White evil queen, or like,
we all need a ultimate evil character in a comic.
yeah, I feel she's really being built up at this point, and I'm like very excited. It's like, oh my goodness, what? Very excited to like see, what the queen's all about when she finally appears.
Yeah, she actually was in I think page 1 actually.
Oh,
Um
oh my goodness.
yeah,
I
it's
have to go back
all
and
the
check that
way
then.
back uh all the way back to the beginning, because that's where the story started. Is that the queen thought Yummy is a very elegant lady, so she think, oh, I like her, so maybe I can introduce her to my son, the prince, and maybe she can marry my son, because Yummy's personality is a little bit like easygoing and very like obeying, and that's how Yummy met the prince. But also in the beginning of the comic, that the prince told us that, oh yeah, I, I I'm actually not interested in finding a wife right now. I think there's more important things to do. But with my mother's order, I must talk to you or something. Yeah. So from there we can already get a hint of how pushy the queen is. Oh, well, talk about the queen. This is the reason that no one actually like remembered her, is because I think she only appeared once in the comic, and she's definitely gonna come back in the comic and will be in the game as well. So
Right.
I'm working on her redesign.
Yes, that makes sense. That makes sense. Would have a like redesign, given that she like appeared only once at like the very start.
Yeah, and I didn't even have a complete design sheet for her, and so far, no one has seen her like a more clear sprites. So I'm like, okay, this is my opportunity to redesign the queen, to have a more uh dominant look and a little bit evil, I guess.
Yeah. So where do you see the future of your art going, and the future of Yummy Studio, which is sounds awesome that you have like your own studio.
Yeah, so I'll say the big role Rivalry is definitely my anger, and I'll be continuing the development of comic and the visual novel, of course. And I think my first is my dream, and then is definitely my plan to creating more bold IP. My own IP, like everyone in Royal Revelry,
Mm.
and also like the tavern, because we're planning on the tavern volume 2.
Oh, that is exciting.
Yeah, with that says, definitely planning on drawing more and more fat girls.
Fantastic. That's. I'm sure everyone will be. Our audience and your audience will be extremely excited to hear that.
And well, I I just really want to say, every time I watch you guys' video is just really enjoying and just so funny, you know.
Thank you so much. Oh my god. Oh goodness. Thank you so much. I do really appreciate that. It is so cool to know that the artists. That is the best thing though. Like the artists whose art and comics we cover, like enjoying what we do with their work. So, I'm very glad you enjoy what we make.
Well, you guys, really deserve it, because you guys are making contents, I think, literally every single day, right?
Yeah, we're doing daily uploads. Yeah.
Yeah, and every time I finish watching your video, I'll scroll to the comment. I'm just, seeing people like, this is great content, and we want part 2, part 3.
Oh yes, I do see those comments. A lot of people asking for more content.
The first time you guys reach out to me and say that, oh, can we dub your comic? And I was like, oh my god, my comic? Really? They're gonna read my comic? And you know how many subscribers you guys have? And I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna get a lot feedback, and it's like, oh my god.
Oh my god, thank you. I'm just really honored with how high how highly you think of us. That is really awesome, and I do hope that our videos have given more exposure and attention to your art, because at the end of the day, that's part of what we hope to do at least.
Oh, definitely. And every time I watch your video, and I was like, oh, I wish this can be longer. Yeah, so after all, I want to say, everyone, please like and subscribe to Sniff and Snide.
Aw, thank you so much. And you'd better go and follow YummySinpie on our social media as well, because she does awesome work.
Thank you.
Just before we finish, speaking of YouTube, obviously you're not very active. I don't think you've been active on anymore, but a lot of our videos you like to shout out your YouTube channel, just because it's cool seeing someone else doing something similar to what we do.
Oh yeah, I really did enjoy dubbing some artists' work and some of mine before.
Mm.
Um, I really do enjoy doing it, but sadly, I just really don't have that much time to do that.
Mm.
Also,
Yeah, no, I understand that.
yeah, because when I was dubbing them, I just feel like I'm like acting on their scripts. It's just so much fun.
I've been doing this for doing comic dubs for a long time now, and I do have fun with it. I understand that is, yeah, you have to prioritize, but yeah, I think that about wraps it up then.
Yeah, it's really been fun talking with you.
Oh, it has been wonderful. It has been wonderful. I have had so much fun talking to you, Yummy. Thank you so much for coming on. And yeah, just wish you all the best in the future for all the work you plan to do and all the new comics. And yeah, and I think I believe we also have a new Rivalry video coming out sometime this week as well. So perfect
Yay!
timing.
Yeah, but thank you for inviting me for this interview, and well, I hope you guys can please continue in just doing all these fun videos.
We will carry on, and that's I'm sorry. That's just it's just so cool, nice hearing knowing people appreciate what we do. I'll keep doing and making. I hope I can keep making content everyone can enjoy.
Yeah, definitely. We all enjoy it. Okay, then well, I hope can talk to you soon, in the future.
Oh yes, definitely. I would love to keep in touch. This has been wonderful. You have been a pleasure to talk with. Again, in case you guys have forgotten, YummySinpie's social media will be linked in the description. Go check out her work. Go support her on Patreon because she makes wonderful work.
And thank you. Love you guys.